Mike Minotti.
Jeff Grubb.
The Outer Worlds 2. They beat him to it. Outer Wilds looking foolish once again. There's already been 2 of these. What are you guys doing?
Wow.
Yeah, this is the new sci-fi RPG. What if it was Fallout in space from Obsidian? And Mike, I gotta say, I've been enjoying this game.
Yeah, I started playing it a couple days ago, so I'm only a few hours in myself, but ooh, it is scratching an itch. I feel like I don't talk about it much on Giant Bomb, but those Xbox 360 Fallout games hit me big time.
Were those the ones that got you into Western RPGs? I forget what you said, which was one.
Yeah, no, that's right. Fallout 3 was really the first like non-JRPG RPG I really got into, and then after that, I fell into that rabbit hole and learned to love that whole genre as well. And I mean, it's, we haven't really had one of these in a while. I mean, we had Starfield. I'm going to say I don't want to obnoxiously compare this to Starfield a lot, but I probably will.
Yeah. It's hard not to. I mean, they are different games in some ways, but they are not different in the reason that I was going to them. And I thought the first Outer Worlds did a good job of sort of sniffing at the Fallout or Skyrim in space, and it definitely started off strong. It petered off for me personally. I never hated the game or anything like that, but I wouldn't describe it as forgettable either. It just wasn't as fun for me in Hour 15 as it was in Hour 5. Here so far, this feels more robust while still being just as good as that game in a lot of ways.
Welcome to Fairfield.
Yeah, absolutely. It is sticking much more to that philosophy of basically just being a sci-fi Fallout. It doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles that Starfield had with base building in your ship and procedurally generated worlds. But did any of that actually end up doing much for me?
Yeah. Okay, so, I've spec'd out my character. Mike, let me ask you, what was the background of your character in this game?
I am a professor, so I'm a bit of an egghead.
Kind of like Indiana Jones adventure professor, or
a bit of that.
Maybe,
yeah, it's a
maybe
good way
Robert
of
Langdon, maybe something like that.
A bit nerd. Yeah, maybe more of a Robert Langdon, more of an Angels and Demons kind of guy.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I always picked you as more of a Robert Langdon. I am a gambler. And I also had the chance to pick a negative trait, which is, I think, a fantastic thing that this series does.
Yes.
Which is, let's give you some flaws, which, from listening to like tabletop RPG experts like your Austin Walkers of the world, flaws and failure, those are the things that actually make role-playing really fun. And so I am a dumbass. My character's a dumbass, and he gambles, and I am I'm leaning into that when given the option.
Right. Like when Character Creator, it was like, hey, pick up some perks. You could pick an extra positive perk, but you're going to have to take a negative one as well. Yeah, mine is that I'm sickly. I take more damage, and I get status effects hurt me more or something like that.
That's fine.
And I'm like, sure, I can learn to deal with that.
You're just so used to the classroom, like getting outside. Oh no.
Well,
exactly. Yeah, I'm a shut-in nerd.
So whenever I have the option to pick the dumb option, I almost always pick it. There's not too much of a pun. Like the characters aren't like, oh, I don't want to deal with this dumb guy. They're usually kind of like, oh, okay, and then you kind of slide back into the normal dialogue options. But it's always fun.
Mm-hmm. And you'll get special dialogue options based off of your background, your perks. There's all sorts of things that can show up for that. The perks. Some of that is very Fallout-y special stuff. Like lock picking or things like that. It does what you want it to do. Where it's like, well, I spec'd into hacking, so I can maybe solve this mission a special way because I can hack this computer, or I can maybe even access something that other people cannot. And I always do appreciate that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They really do a good job of making all of those little perks feel like they have their opportunity to shine. And then if you don't have something, you're definitely going to miss it, but you're not going to go too long without being able to use whatever's special to your character at the same time. I think they kind of did a good balance of that.
The game does a good job of kind of, the Bethesda games and New Vegas, which that one was Obsidian. They're always very faction-y, right? There's all these factions, and so much of it is learning kind of like how to, what faction are you going to kind of cozy up with? Are you going to use the factions for personal gain? Or are there some that you actually align yourself with? This is very New Vegas in that, at least so far. none of the factions seem like good people, right?
I was definitely I walked in this corporate town here, Auntie's Choice.
Auntie's Choice.
That company acquired Spacer's Choice from the last game, and now it was a hostile takeover, and now they're the mega conglomerate in this town. I'm like, well, they can't be good. Let's go out here to these people that seem like a collective, and it's like, oh, they're a death cult. Okay, that's bad too.
They are mega capitalists. It's worth saying that you don't really need to have played Outer Worlds 1 or even remember what happened in Outer Worlds 1 to appreciate what's going on here. Yeah, I played some of it, but I certainly do not remember. But like one of the conceit of the sci-fi world in that game, and that carries over here. Like the big butterfly effect turning point is, what if President William McKinley was not assassinated, Theodore Roosevelt never became president, and he didn't bust up those business trusts like he did.
Yes.
And that's what causes the mega space capitalists.
Yes, it's robber barons in space for sure. Yeah. So we are tracking down someone that we believe to be a traitor who has apparently moved to this town or somewhere around this town. And then because of that, because she's still kind of gone to ground and we're looking for her, we have to navigate these various factions and their problems to get to our end. So that's like, we're kind of right there at the start of what is really the first big area of this game, which is this town and this island. I have not been off this island, and I've been fine with that. I don't know how much the spacefaring aspect of Outer Worlds was the reason I was there, as opposed to just exploring a planet, which is what I'm doing a lot in this game, and that's been very good.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of my complaint with a lot of sci-fi games. It's that they somehow always feel smaller, because instead of just having one really big map to explore like you would in a Fallout or in an Outer Scrolls, you have like a bunch of smaller maps that you then just kind of, have loading screens in between of. And sometimes the loading screens the transitions are fancier than others, like you have in Starfield, but you just kind of go to these places and there's not that much there, as opposed to, exploring Skyrim or exploring New Vegas. So I don't have a sense, of the scale or how many other locations I'm going to yet. I know that there are going to be multiple things to fly to in my spaceship, because you do have a spaceship hub kind of thing still. But that was the thing with the first Outer Worlds, was that this isn't as big as a Fallout game. I'm getting the sense that this is bigger than that. Maybe still not quite as big as the map size of a Fallout 4. I'm not sure.
Yep, exactly. And I'll say that the exploration has been pretty outstanding overall, because have you been across a bridge that is guarded by a crazy lady, Mike?
No, I have that quest. I haven't done that yet. The last thing I did, some guy sent me to go look for somebody who was supposed to give him schematics. That was a very fun quest. I got a double jump for doing that quest.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was actually. I don't think I have the double jump in this save. I was thinking maybe we could try to track that down. Maybe that's what we do here.
That's good. Yeah, there's early on, I think like a good example, just like the kind of classic sort of quest you're hoping for. One of this is you come across like the old almost sheriff's office, and there's a safe, and they're like, the people who have taken over the town are like, how do we get into this safe? And they literally have the old sheriff in jail there. He's like, I can maybe help you get into this safe. So, you could just hack your way in, you could sneak in, you could talk to people to get in. Again, it's just the classic sort of thing you're looking for here.
Yes. For that bridge thing, I'll just say, like, I was getting frustrated by it, so I'm like, let me see if I can figure something else out. And eventually I did, and that felt like, oh wow, the game is rewarding me, like trying to make my own choices a little bit. And that's like, okay, this feels very much Obsidian, like kind of stretching their legs again and being comfortable in this world that they've built.
Yeah, but the companions, by the way, because you have two of them, they have cooldowns, and that is the thing that is the most like, oh yeah, this is the same engine as Avowed, of course.
Yep.
And I liked Avowed, but wasn't as robust with its RPG offerings, or its sort of freedom and exploration rewarding as this game is, for sure. If you thought that Avowed wasn't exactly the Elder Scrolls like you were hoping for, I think this is going to be much closer to the Fallout like that you are hoping for.
I think this feels much more Fallout. I think it's the like kind of the bottom line that I would eventually get to if I were like writing a review, is they seem to recognize what people really want from them and leaned into it pretty hard here. I don't think it's gonna be like for every new Vegas fan, it's like, oh, finally this game is it, but it's working for me for sure.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, so far I do think that if you're a fan of New Vegas,
I hope
going
so.
to really like this.
I think you're probably right, but it's like maybe not ever. Maybe there's gonna be some pickiness to it, but I think they have mostly delivered a game here that feels like it's hitting those notes in a really confident way.
Yeah, so this is the guy. He's hoping to make a deal, but his contact wants him to meet him somewhere else. He basically doesn't want to leave the town because it's dangerous, so he's going to send us instead and hope that the schematics he gets is going to help him climb the corporate ladder, because that's all the people in the anti-choice faction really care about, is capitalism and climbing corporate ladders, things like that. And in the other faction, to be clear, it's not like the other faction are like opposed in all the positive ways. The other group are fascists.
Yes, they're straight up fascist. Everyone serves the centralized power, and if you don't, and if you like fail to die killing their enemies, then you have obviously not gone all out, and so they'll just execute you. I've already seen a bunch of executions. It's bad over there, and I'm like, maybe just go to the capitalist. I don't know.
Right, so it's like, okay, how are you approaching? Are you just picking the lesser of two evils? Are you just kind of helping the people? Are you trying to judge people based on themselves and their circumstances and not their faction? Is that really a way you should go about things? Is it just a matter of using people for your own means and setting them against each other? So yeah, I'm glad it's not just here's the light side faction and the dark side faction.
Mm-hmm.
Again, New Vegas was very good about that as well.
That does feel like the most New Vegas-y aspect of the game, is that the factions are not clear-cut, and you're still going to have to like kind of work with them to a certain degree, and that's been satisfying to figure out. All right, let's get over here.
So that guy right there, he's like on a terminal, and since I had some computer skills, I was able to hack that thing and send some robots over to the fascists. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, this is a good example. There's a funticular right here. And if you are spec'd into engineering, you could fix this thing right now. You have engineering level 3 and go this way. Otherwise, though, you're going to have to take the long way to get up there. And I'm glad that, like, I think some of these games sometimes they will... Oh, man, I even figured this out. Look at you. I literally walked the wrong way. You just jumped your way up there. You're smarter than me.
Yeah, this is it.
That's neat.
He suggested as much. And I was like, is this game going to have, like, parkour? And it's like, oh no, it totally does. And here's the solution: just jump up that way.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
Right.
I did start. I saw him because of my one perk. I think the dumb perk. I had to like say I can never improve 5 of my stat. Oh shit! I just ruined the joke. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, well, buddy, what'd you do that for?
Right. Oops. Yeah, the game has a sense of humor too, by the way. Very Fallout-y there.
It's very funny. Like a lot of people are addicted to the Auntie's Choice cereal, Purple Berry Crunch, and like some characters will be so addicted to it that they always have like purple stains around their mouth. It's like, okay, just having a good time here.
Yeah, but there's even as you're playing the game, based on your play style, the game will kind of pop up and recommend a personality trait or a character flaw.
A new flaw, yeah.
Yeah, and like you can choose to decline them. Like one of them is just, I think it was called not consumer whore, but something like consumerist.
Yeah, it was like consumerist, yeah.
Right, and I think it was basically like, hey, items will cost less, but you'll get less back when you sell things. I'm like, okay, I'll accept that.
Yep.
Then another one, because maybe I was spreading out some of my upgrade points too much during level up, was like short attention span or something. It's like, hey, you'll get an extra level up point each level, but you can only level up in either your lowest, like your not maxed out points, or one with 0. Basically, you can't level up your highest abilities at that time. And I was like, I don't think I do want that one, and I didn't have to take it, so it was nice.
Yes, I did take that one perk where it's like I was already kind of specking into different things each time because I already have those 5 I definitely can't upgrade. So it's like you know what, this actually might work out for me a little bit. So I was pretty happy to take that.
Yeah, it makes sense for certain builds. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so these two. So this is interesting too because again, Auntie's Choice has quote unquote liberated this place. So this guy on the left is with Auntie's Choice. The girl on the right was with the fascists and is kind of more of a convert. Yeah, the protectorate. So she's kind of a little bit like, what? Oh yeah, capitalism, I guess now.
Yeah, right. And the writing is pretty decent at like getting that across. It's not subtle, but it's fun and well done.
Oh no, it's not a subtle game.
No,
there's all sorts of fun touches. Even I like the title screen because even that is actually presented as a dialogue tree where you're talking to the game's mascot, who's basically a corporate mascot, and he's like, "Hey, what do you want to do now?" You can choose like continue game. Let me look at the settings. He'll also comment each time you open the game on like the code they gave us is for the deluxe edition, and I'm wearing a helmet from that. He's there like, sprung for the deluxe edition.
Yep.
I can tell by your helmet.
Yeah, he's like,
things like that.
Oh, you chose normal mode. That's what I would do. And so, okay. But he also like will comment on often on the last thing that happened that you did in the game as like a really quick reminder of like, oh, here's what's going on. It's super well done, super seamless. I was like impressed by that. Felt like the kind of thing that happens in a game when the studio like really has a good grasp on everything else. So like, what extra can we do to really make the game pop? And that's working.
Yeah, so I do just like that we get a double jump.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So again, if you have a certain medical or science here, you could kind of use these vines to get some resources. Again, the game's not afraid to be like, well, don't worry if you don't have that. You can just use your strength to pull them off or your hacking skills to get the vines anyways. No, sometimes you're not going to access certain things because you don't have those abilities, and that's okay. There's going to be other stuff that you can do.
Right, and it's not going to be like, oh, you could definitely go the same route. Here, just use this instead. It'll be like, well, no, here's another building 20 yards away that has something else in it that you can get because you have the engineering skill. And that's been, again, I think that's well balanced.
Right. It's not like you're going to be locked out of like a quest or something, but the paths getting there can be pretty different. Also, the colors are just great. Like this is a very fun sci-fi look. This kind of almost pop serial Buck Rogers-y aesthetic here.
They like really go all out with the colored lighting and with the ray tracing. It actually looks really fantastic. So yeah.
Wonderful.
All right, so you're up here to fix this sort of lift thing. So this whole station's going to go down to the ground floor. I was able to use some of my computer skills too, not just have this thing go down once, but to fix it in general. That's that bottom option
right here.
So the guy gave me a few extra credits because I was able to do that.
Yep.
That's because of my brilliant trait.
Yes, I don't think I can choose the brilliant trait because
no, you're a dummy.
I'm just a dumb fuck.
You're a dumb piece of shit.
Just a dumb ass.
I like robot arms.
Yeah, scissor lifts. Those are good. All right, let's see here. We got everything.
Ooh, you leveled up.
Yeah, level up.
Let's see what that looks like.
All right, so
there you go.
Here are my options.
There it all is.
I did do like 2 special things, sneak and speech. So I started with 2 in each of those.
I always put my speech up high in these games. The idea that like I might miss a dialogue option drives me crazy.
Yeah, but it's like that's the thing. It's like you might get a dialogue option because you spec'd into guns. Like you can get dialogue options for any of these things, but speech definitely is the most general for that. It's the one that does pop up slightly more often than anything else. I like observation. That's been helpful as well.
I just put 1 into that because you'll just kind of your character will notice things and it'll unlock certain dialogue options or events, things like that.
All right, so you guys can figure this out between yourselves. Let's go return to Huel.
Or you should go try to find something to shoot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Let's see. Can I? Problem is, like, I am like at the beginning of this town. I guess I could just go out in this general direction.
There is a quest to fight some robots near you. I don't know if you picked up that bounty or you can just go and fight them.
I think you can just go fight them. Do you know? Like, let's see.
If you'll show me your map.
Yeah. So,
I think it's like kind of that building west of you-ish.
Right here?
I think it's that, yeah.
I think that sounds right. Okay. So this is north. Can I go through here? Looks like I can go through here.
Yeah, because I think the gunplay feels really good, actually.
I don't want to like assume, but I do think it's probably pretty safe to assume that this is one of those Microsoft games that just like they were able to call in help and like, hey, id, can we make this feel better? Like it really feels that way to me. So
right, I mean, and they said similar things with Starfield, and I thought, yeah, the gunplay there feels pretty good, but
yeah,
it's good.
This feels better.
And instead of VATS, you have just a slowdown bar, which does a similar thing. Feels good. And your allies have abilities on a cooldown. Your robot friend Valerie will do a heal, and the other guy will do kind of just attack of some sort. You can probably fall almost any distance now that you have your rocket jumping thing.
You can't. Maybe. No, that's the thing. It's if you. That's why they showed that guy falling.
Right.
It'd be like, no, you can't fall from any distance, but we should be good here.
There you go.
Which you apparently interpreted
That's nice that you found a little recording. Here we go. Nice. Do the slowdown. Do the slowdown.
Oh wait, I have the wrong thing on there.
No. What, yeah, so there's different
here we go.
kind of things you can equip. That one disintegrates bodies, so that if you're being sneaky, you can kill somebody and then immediately make their body disappear.
And you can just dissolve their body right there on sight. It's also a weapon, so it does damage. But then tactical time dilation gadget. This is the alternative to VATS. Let's see if I can do it. There we go.
Yeah, so this is just, it's bullet time, and it works really well.
Yep.
Very helpful.
Oh, some of these robots, when you kill them, give off basically radiation. And so there's even like radiation poisoning, like Fallout.
Yes, yeah, this game has its own equivalent of radiation poisoning.
Yeah, this is
for sure.
These are the robots here. Yep.
Yeah, here they are.
So this is on a bounty board in town. You can get this in any order though, because it's one of those games. Let's see. We can do a sneak attack.
Shit. Oh, and there's melee. F him.
Consider yourself effed. Oh.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot more. You're gonna start shooting. Ooh, you still get that sometimes every once in a while too. Want that?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, so they gotta be careful. You're not you wasting that juice during a reload.
Yep. Also, I should have reloaded before we ever got into battle.
Well, Have you gotten many other companions yet? Because you start with these two, and I'm not at a point where I unlock anybody else.
I have a third, yes. And I've liked everyone so far. There's definitely, they all come from the different factions, so they all have, and they jump into conversations really naturally and in a way that feels very good.
Yeah.
I think. There's a thing over here where I could have actually hacked this had I come over here.
Could hack this, I think, if
I don't know
you
if
went there.
I don't think I have the
but at
skills,
this
though.
point,
no, in combat.
Yeah, so you're also in combat. So you'd have to sneak there and then all that.
Oh, reload. Oh, you can get addicted to your mask if you heal yourself too frequently using that Z. I'm addicted and it doesn't work as well anymore.
So far, one of my biggest complaints is that my character has a beard and there's a helmet that just it had like a mouth hole, but for some reason my mouth suddenly didn't have a beard anymore when it was visible through it. So I just had to turn
that's just
the helmets off.
This is unplayable.
Yeah, exactly. Also, this is such a games media problem, but I kind of hate that they always give us the digital deluxe versions of a game.
Yeah.
It just comes with good armor and weapons. And I'm like, yeah, but guys, all the rewards you're giving me right now is armor and weapons, and none of it matters now because you've just given me good stuff by default.
Right, let's see. Yeah. Now I have this helmet and stuff, of course. Yeah.
Right, so it's like, well, I mean, you gave me this shit. I guess I'm gonna use it, but it's kind of bullshit. I don't know.
No, I'm gonna zoom out. I think there's a way to do that.
Okay, that looks great. That's cool and all, but it would have been neat as a quest reward or something because I explored, not just because I paid more money.
Yeah,
in theory. I didn't pay more money.
Right, I just just gave it to me. It just feels. You're right. Most people are not gonna play it this way.
Yeah. Well, like, part of me's like, maybe I should just put these things away and pretend like the game never gave them to me.
Yeah, I
which
do
is
that.
what
I
might
try
do.
to do that a little bit. I definitely play with some of these things, though. I think this is still my melee weapon on my real save. All right, let's see here. Let's go back to town.
These kind of games are usually pretty glitchy. I haven't had too many problems with this one. There was a little bit where I was in my ship, and every time I was trying to leave it, the game was crashing for a bit until just kind of like the third time I tried. But like, that's like a review build. Who knows what's causing that? But in terms of like the jankiness that people associate these games, hasn't been too janky.
No, yeah, and the Outer Worlds was also not very janky. This is Unreal Engine, right? And you can't pick up everything, and it's just an RPG built by Obsidian in the Unreal Engine, and they seem to have not done anything that would be too far outside their wheelhouse that would cause any problems with that. Let's see here.
I never cared too much about the picking up everything thing. Again, when they were in the Starfield demo, and they're like, you can pick up all these sandwiches and put them on your ship, and everybody clapped and laughed. I rolled my eyes, Jeff. You know me.
Yeah, but you're not alone. Like, there's so many people like, well, I don't get the point of this, and they're like, they also roll their eyes. I like it a lot, but I don't see it. They definitely did not realize its potential in Starfield for sure.
This guy's an interesting quest.
Yeah.
Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes.
So yeah, here's my gun dialogue option.
I'm the fastest draw there is.
You're right. I'm reliably certain I did not want. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before.
Like this guy, he seems pretty all right for a super capitalist.
Yeah, just doing his job. He's wearing like stained glass armor, I guess, for capitalism. But hey, cool.
Figured it for happened again.
They worry about their aesthetics.
Gave chase that time, but lost him. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few, but then the being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Well, maybe.
An information ghost.
I still don't know all the particulars yet.
Ghost in the machine. That's what they call it.
You can even kind of see the dog options you can't get because you don't have the science or medical checks for it.
Yep. And sometimes you can come back and, I just stole. But that's that's fine. That's fine. The crime and punishment system is not as robust as like a Fallout or a Sky.
See, I would never know because I'm not a thief.
Yes, that's one of my favorite things to do in those games. So yeah, it's very basic here.
So I was able to use this computer to open up a cellar door, which I bet you're not going to be able to.
Yeah, well, hang on. Let's see here. Wasn't there a note?
Oh shit! Look at this. I didn't notice that. Oh, okay, so that's how you can do it. I see.
Yep.
You're so clever. You're so smart.
Cellar. All right. Get my gun out just in case these people hiding are unseemly.
No.
I know, it's absurd.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered.
So they're what the... Oh, what an odd thing to die for. Apples. I don't think there's... I don't think it's odd. I think it's pathetic. Maybe just.
Should I just kill them because they were dealing with apples, Mike?
Yeah, it's a spoiler alert. They're fascists, and no matter how much you talk to them, there's no like, oh, we could talk this out. I like that you can't talk out everything. Now these people are fascists, and they're opposed to the other people, and they're not gonna repent or feel sorry or suddenly, I don't know, relent on their fascistness. So yeah, you could kill them.
Thanks, Mike. I thought there was a fun option, but I think they're just like gonna let me. They definitely would let me attack them, but I thought I had a fun one. But that might have been because I had a different
build. If you keep talking, eventually the cowboy's gonna show up, and be like, hey, what's that?
When we finished here,
all right.
You first, wage earner.
I was able.
Secret cellar?
Okay.
I was able to get a dialogue option where I threatened them in a way that actually disorients them for a bit because I have some kind of charisma check or something.
Yeah, I think I got them to surrender. I think. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I wasn't able to do that.
I like scared them with something. I can't remember what it was exactly. Die, apple eater!
Yes, the ultimate fantasy.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong.
You see your faction affiliation with the fascist, or not the fascist, the capitalists went up a bit.
Downright foolish.
This game is a fantasy showing us that fascist and capitalism can somehow be two different things instead of the same thing, just wearing different clothes. Although maybe we'll get to that point in this game. I don't know.
That might be a point the game makes later,
Yep,
Jeff.
we'll see. All right, Mike. Anything else we should show off? Like, I showed off a couple of the very early quests here. These are like really just scratching the surface. This was a very tiny one here.
Can you look at your character sheet again, real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe.
Good idea. So let's see.
Yeah. So
here.
you have your skills there, and then there's perks.
Yep.
And these are fun. What's neat too is like, every couple levels or so you can pick a perk. But perks you can get often depends on what skills you have as well. So you can't just pick anything and everything.
So the one perk I've picked here is point blank artist damage with shotguns, SMGs, and pistols is increased against targets within 10 meters. I had that because I had that one gun point. I think some other stuff I've selected. I think I did Space Ranger, which is like
I have Space Ranger as well. It gives me a lot lot of fun dialogue options where I basically talk like Buzz Lightyear.
And then if I keep specking into speech, it actually does it raises your damage, which is a cool thing to have. So
that's why I did it, because I'm gonna spec into speech anyways, and I'm actually getting a combat perk for that as well now. So that's pretty neat.
Exactly.
There's one here that it's actually giving me like extra options at vending machines.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah, that's just, even just some fun stuff. Like I went to a bar at one point, and she's like, welcome to name pending bar. I'm like, what the heck's that? So yeah, here's 3 names I'm thinking of, and basically I got to pick what the bar was actually gonna be named. I'm like, it's little fun thing there. I wouldn't necessarily call that a quest, but it's good flavor.
Yeah, I've not done a lot of interacting with the Order of the Ascendant or Sub Rosa. I think maybe the Order of the Ascendant was more early in the setup of the game. But let's see.
Yeah, they're more like the religious.
Yeah, religious.
So
Sub Rosa says here, Sub Rosa is a group of black market smugglers and stuff like that. So I bet that's like that sounds like a thieves quest and stuff like that. So I'll look into that. Anti's Choice. I don't even have the Protectorate on here yet, so that's because I've
done nothing but kill them so far.
Exactly. Yeah, I in my real save, I've definitely tried to help them out a little bit, but they are real fascisty. So it's been hard to navigate that without just being like, I don't know, I'll kill you or just do what I say. Okay, I think that probably is a good quick look at this game. It feels good to shoot. I think the double jump is fun. The characters have been good. Niles here is like your first companion. There's companion quests, of course. I think those have mostly been pretty well done. They also kind of intersect with the main quest, where it's like, oh, I actually can't get to this part of my companion quest until I unlock this thing. So it all kind of like one thing leads you back to the other, and I think they're doing a good job with that as well, Mike. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna keep playing this. This is my game right now, so I'll put it up on the bottom 12, in fact.
Yeah, I am actually loving it so far. My kind of early impressions of it. It is just absolutely scratching the Fallout itch. If you have that, I think a lot of people have that itch right now, and it does not seem like a Fallout 5 or anything like that is on the horizon anytime soon. So definitely consider checking out the Outer Worlds 2 for that fix.
Oh yeah, last thing, the presentation of these dialogue scenes, just a little bit better than Starfield or the stuff happening over at Bethesda. Just looks a little bit more animated, just a little bit better. I don't know. I think it's
I like this game more than Starfield.
Whoa. All right, he said it. We have to cut it short. Cut it off. Cut it off. Bye, everybody.